Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to change your column widths and to change the size of a video. Okay, so I'm just on one of my videos. So if I click on this and I click on Edit Custom HTML, you see that it has a width of 560. Don't pay attention to any of the rest of the stuff, but just right here. So if I decrease it to 500 and then I click off of it, you notice that it took some of that width away. Now, the width of a regular, like if you have two columns, you can get a video to be 560 on the width. So that's what I'm going to change it back to. But if yours is not showing the whole thing and it gives it a little scroll bar down here, whenever you put it on there or whenever you publish it, then go and change that width, kind of work with it and see. Now, on the column width, this is something I figured out kind of by accident. If you have two columns, let's say, well, let me just show you how to do this first. If you have two columns, but I want this column to be a lot smaller, I can click and see there's a double-sided arrow. I can drag it, okay? But if I want it to be even different, smaller, not just where they let me do it, like a snap is what they call it, snap to it, then I can actually click Shift and then do it, and it'll let me do little bits at a time. And I'm just holding down my Shift and moving it. You see how it's changing this and it's changing that. I can hold down my Shift and I can move it back, okay? So you can do little minute changes with the column width or with the video width, and you don't have to just be aligned with what they tell you. The other thing, Blaine, is that I think if I remember correctly, some of your things on your website were in columns and maybe they should not have been. So if I want to take this video out of a column, I can actually click on this and let's say, do you see where that blue line is? That means it's going to be above both of these columns, okay? But if I come back over here, do you see how it's just half of that blue line? That means it's going to be in its own column. So if I wanted to put it up here, then I could just click and undo it, and then I could make it centered if I want to do it like that, and it doesn't look like it did it, but if I click on publish, it will. But if I wanted to bring it back, then I would just click on the move thing again, and I would wait until I see that blue line. Do you see how it's just half of that? And I would undo, then it would go back. So those are some things you can do to fix the spacing and the visual elements of your website. And then you'll click publish. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to change what I did, but that's it.